As we keep on rolling through these high school girls 4x400s, Albertus Magnus from Bardonia, New York, Central York from York, Pennsylvania, Bowie, Maryland, Sayreville from Harlan, New Jersey, Pinkerton Academy out of Derry, New Hampshire, Heritage out of Newport News, Virginia, Wilson from West Lawn, Pennsylvania, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Maryvale Prep from Brooklynville, Maryland, Sachem North from Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, Smyrna, Delaware, Riverdale Baptist from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Nyack from New York, and New Campbellville from Campbellville, Guyana, another country represented. We will see Guyana in the Xfinity Presents USA versus the World relay races as well. And Burkhart Ellis, I believe, from Guyana will show himself well in some of the individual events as well.
You know, one of the things that we may not have talked about yet is when you are coming from these countries that are a bit far away, the big thing that people are thinking about is recruiting, right?
Yep.
Like you come here and you have all these college coaches that are sitting in the stands waiting for their athletes to compete. This is one of the best ways to get recruited when you want to come over to the States and run for a big college. And
it's also a good way to, as a college team, encourage athletes to want to come run for you, because if you've enjoyed running at Penn Relays as a high schooler, you might want to go to a university that consistently runs in the Penn Relays as well as a college team. We talked about that earlier, a couple of runners that were headed to Villanova. This is one of the biggest reasons, I know, Carrie, for you, I'm sure too, that you come to run at Villanova. Of course, you want to win Big East and NCAA events, but you come for the Penn Relays as well.
For sure. I mean, when you go to Villanova, you walk down the Hall of Fame and see all the Penn Relay plaques. I mean, it's pretty exciting to know this is sort of our home meet, and they call that a lot of times. Villanova will say,
and the Penn Quakers love it when you say that.
They're okay with it. I think we've got a nice relationship with them.
Albertus Magnus has the lead at the midway point through 2 legs from Claire Gardner and Molly Moran. They were right about at 2 minutes, so a good start. And another possible sub-4 if they can close, with Maya Sham running the 3rd leg.
Carrie, Penn Quakers are not okay with it.
Yeah.
But they know what we mean.
This is not this is not Villanova's home meet. This is their home meet.
It's their home meet, but we think of it like home because it's right around the corner.
But guys, when I talk to Carl Lewis and Leroy Burrell at the University of Houston, you look at their schedule. It's Texas Relays, it's Penn Relays, it's Drake, it's all these big championship style meets, because they want to put together a feeling of that championship schedule, that they're always going to be at the big meet during that season, and going to Houston is one of those opportunities that they get a chance to go to some of the biggest meets in the United States year after year after year.
Through 3 legs, Smyrna, Delaware is run into 2nd place. They sit behind Riverdale Baptist, who's currently leading. So Riverdale Baptist at 3:01 through the 1200 with Braxton Newell and Yanni Gordon. Chandler Brown takes over to run that final leg for Riverdale Baptist. Another heat with one team, Dan, just way out in front of everybody else. That has kind of been the theme, and like Carrie said earlier, the strategy of running your best runners early seems to kind of be panning out and build that insurmountable lead.
Well, right now, this year in the high school level, that's the way you can win this race is to get your best racer out front. But it doesn't seem to be happening on the first leg.
Yep.
It seems to be happening on that second leg.
Yep, you're right.
That second leg runner just is pulling away from the rest of the field and making the race easy for the team. But I am just sitting here waiting for some young lady to drop a 56 or a 57 leg on this 4x4 relay.
Riverdale Baptist goes 3:59.50, so we have our second sub-4 minute time. Riverdale Baptist 3:59.50. Yanni Gordon closes in 58.44, one of the best last legs that we have seen. Smyrna, Delaware takes 2nd with Ania Black closing sub-60, go 4:03.65. Maryville Prep 3rd, and Sachem North finished 4th.